Okay, hello guys, Professor Badar again from Academic Writing. As all of you remember that in my last video, I told you about how should you write the head sentence in IELTS Writing Task 1. Today I'm going to describe how should you explain the changes that are always described in pie charts, bar graphs, or in any chart in writing task 1 of IELTS. So here I have already written something so that the video could be stopped from being too long. As an example, I have written a little information there, like suppose there is a chart given in the exam and it says that Canadian youths used different devices to watch TV. As far as I remember, there is a chart related to this. Actually, I told this to my students as well, and I taught it as well. But I have just written just a couple of information here, just to tell you guys how should you explain changes that take place in a pie chart or any chart. So as in my previous video, I had already described how should you phrase the head sentence. So the head sentence is written already phrased, okay, like the given pie charts comparatively illustrate the use of 5 different devices. Okay, I have encircled the word 5 because uh, devices would be more or less here because I have written just 2 and there could be 7 devices or more than 7 either. So different devices to watch TV by the Canadian youth in 1985 and 2000. So as I told you in my previous video as well, that first of all you have to see that the information you are talking about is in which sentence, in which tense, I'm sorry, or in which era. So it's definitely the past. 1985 and 2000 both are the past. So it means uh, mainly you should use 2 formulas, subject V2 object. Can you see it? Hello? Can you see it? Good. And the other formula should be object was were plus V3 plus agent. Agent is a by plus subject in language terminology basically. So this is the main formula. There are other many ways you can write a sentence or you can explain a sentence as the examiner wants. So here the Canadian youth are the subject and what they did was they watched TV and when they watched was in 1985 and 2000 and what they used, what which devices they used were conventional TV and flat screen TV. So if you see here, just 5% users of flat screen TV were found in 1985 and after a period of 15 years their number has increased a lot. So being a student, how would you describe this change? Now you should say it is clear from the charts or it is clear from the chart of 1985. It is clear from the chart of 1985. Okay, I would like to write so that you can understand well. Uh, it is clear from the chart of 1985 that, okay, this is where You see, only 5% Canadian people used uh, flat screen TV. That only 5% Canadians. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This can be also called heavy subject. That only 5% Canadian. That is the main subject actually. That is why I have encircled that. Now you have to use V2, watched. Watched TV on flat screen TV. Okay, now this is the information regarding 1985. Now is the time to describe the change that took place after a period of 15 years. This is where most of the students make mistake and they do not explain the changes that take place over the years in a nice way. So you should be uh, taking it very light. You shouldn't be taking it as a burden over your shoulders. No, not at all. Uh, it's 25 and 5. Now everyone can see that there is an increase in the number of the viewers after a period of 15 years who used flat screen TV. Now the question is, how would you describe this change? Okay, now here it's 5% and here it's 25. It means the linking word you should use is whereas. Whereas, because when something increases, you should be using whereas. When something decreases or some value decreases, you should be using but. Anyways, whereas, okay, if you don't want to use whereas, you can also use however. I think it was better. Shouldn't have written whereas. However, the the number or percentages also can be used. The number increased. This is important. You shouldn't be writing increased because it increased. Mounted, rose up, went up, or any word you use should be used in the past because the charts you are talking about are related to the past. Increased. Now you can see that it was only 5% here and it reached 25% there. So there is a considerable increase. So you should be using the word the number increased considerably or dramatically. Now you are the person who is saying the number increased dramatically. Prove it. How it increased dramatically, then you will be putting this information there. Reaching 25% users in the year 2000. Okay, this is just one way I described. There are many other ways it can be described, and it can also be used. It can also be described using this formula as well. This is called passive voice formula. That was the active voice formula. Now, if you wish to write this one in the beginning, it is also possible. You can say flat screen TV was used agent by the Canadians, only 5% Canadians to watch TV. Then you can write the same sentence after that. However, the number increased dramatically, reaching 25% in the year 2000. I mean to say, you shouldn't be sticking to the one formula only. You should be changing the formula every time. And the chart which you do using only one formula all the times, it wouldn't be acceptable. And of course, it is not attractive at the same time. But if you would be using different formulas, this would be attractive and more acceptable in the eye of your examiner. Now, I would love to write one more sentence regarding this. You can say also, I mean, apart from these formulas, you can use them other formulas as well, or other language styles as well. You can say the use of, I'm so sorry, not the use of. It is clear from the chart of 1985 that flat screen TV was the least popular device among the Canadians in 1985. However, it gained popularity, it gained immense popularity, it gained a lot of popularity, or you can write many other synonyms here to show the intensity of the increase in the number of the users. However, it gained dramatic popularity, lot of popularity after a period of 15 years reaching 25% users. I mean, this type of formula, this type of sentences would be even more attractive than these two formulas I've just written for you guys. So I should write this one, I think so. Is it okay if I write that? All right. It is clear from the charts of 1985 that flat screen TV. Now, past, please. Don't forget to write the past. Was not much famous. Now, you have said that it wasn't much famous. Now, you should prove it. Now, let's prove it as only 5% people use it. Now, but you can see it gained a lot of popularity after the period of. So you should be saying, however, it gained immense popularity, reaching 25% in 2000 or in the year 2000. Anyways, I just wrote it in a hurry. So this is also possible. It depends on you guys what you love to write. But as I said, these are the very basic formulas to do the pie chart. I'm going to explain the difference of percentages, and this is you can say very advanced English. If you would write this one, it would be more effective definitely. So thank you so much guys. I would be explaining more the pie chart, but as the video is getting very long, so I have to say goodbye to you. So till next time we meet, take care of yourselves. Thank you.